Hello everyone. So it is Monday, June 9th. I'm using the Omnito Magic Lenormand or Lenormand deck, or you can just call it the Lennies if you want. And my question is, how will, well, let's see, hold on, I need to be careful how I phrase it. I'm putting the intention into the cards, my guides, to help me get them lined up exactly in the right order to tell us how will Gavin Newsom's lawsuit against Trump for illegally calling in the National Guard, how will that go? What will be the effect on Trump? So if the man card comes through, of course that'll be Trump, not Gavin. As he said either yesterday or early this morning, I don't know, I didn't get the timestamp on the video, but he basically told Tom Homan to bring it. And then Tom Homan's trying to say, I didn't really mean that, in his own stupid way. I'm going to read on him next, but anyway. God, that guy's disgusting. Like attracts like around Trump, doesn't it? So how will this lawsuit from the state of California against Donald John Trump, how will it go? The lawsuit for calling in the National Guard. He didn't say it's martial law yet, or he didn't instigate that, and he can't do the Insurrection Act. I mean, he's an idiot saying stuff like that. Trump isn't the idiot, but you know what he's going for. We all know what he's going for, and he's doubling down and he will push the limits. But let's just see, how is this going to go for him? Right there. Okay. Well, it's going to, right at the heart of the reading, with the clouds, that tells us that this is going to put it's going to bring out his shadow side. It's going to bring in, now it could be delayed, and this is as far as timing, this is an autumn card for me. But I have a feeling that this is just going to put this detachment, like his apathy in his soul is so dark, and it's going to put this negative mood on him. And then here we have, with the garden card up above, we have the public and everything all over social media. It's all out in the open. He's in the public eye with this. And there's going to be a lot of negativity coming his way because of it. It's all over the news. I mean, there's the news right there. A lot of talk. Oh, okay. So there's a big obstacle coming down on him. We're probably going to have to wait for it. Yeah, okay. And of course, he'll try to reduce the effects on himself. But let me get the rest of the cards laid out. Let's see, are those fitting in? Oh yeah, we're doing okay. All right. Oh, interesting. There it is, calling in the change. Okay. Yeah, his abusive heart. And people care. People in the public care. Okay. And if I were to keep going, like here's actually, I will. Let me make some room here. Can move some crystals around, and so because the tower in the Lennies is, that's our legal card. It's the institution of the Supreme Court of the state of California. And that's their honor, the honor and reputation. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, and if I were to keep going, it's like here he is a light, it's revealing the blatant just narcissism with him. And this would be the law, the letter of the law. He's gonna cut a bitch is what it's gonna do. Ooh. Okay. All right, so this is a big spread. It's not the whole thing, so it's not a grand tableau, and I don't have the cloth out, so you don't have, the reading of the which cards in which houses, which could, if I did something like that, it takes about an hour, and nobody's got time for that right now, let alone me. Okay, so at the heart of the matter, like I said, there's a cloud hanging over him. It's his abuse to our homeland. And again, the state of California's Constitution, the letter of the law, and this is hanging over him like gravity. This cloud is not like just the weather and it's going to go away. This is tied. He's sunk with that. And yeah, he's trying to bring in this protection, but he hasn't done it the right way. The LAPD is more than well equipped enough to take care. I mean, even LAX has its own police department. There's a police department of every city. So, and LA is, it's the biggest one. LA County is another one. So we have LA City and LA County. And Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, knows what's best, I would think. If he would have asked for support, he could call in the National Guard. There's the California National Guard. But no, Trump does that. And then he's at some stupid, UFC fight. And I guess a catheter is kind of showing, they're telling me. You guys are all telling me about that. But anyway, Trump is coming from the place that is not in truth. This is his scam. This is his manipulation to try and just manipulate the situation. He's trying to be clever. And it's, could be like within 2 weeks even or less that, definitely peace is coming, but not for him. There's the doom cloud hanging over anything that he's trying to act like he's the healthy dad of the country or the father of whatever, because that's what the lilies has to do with. He's not peaceful. He's not creating peace. He doesn't have peace within his soul, so there is no way that his spirit could shine through and bring any other peace for the rest of us. That's just not the way he's wired. Never has been. But all of these cards, when it comes to timing, they're all slow. So the lawsuit, the effect on Trump is it's going to block him, but it's going to take some time. And it might even take a couple of weeks for the paperwork to get filed. With this angle here, the movement of this would be the filing, and the movement of the filing could take 2 weeks. So, yeah. And you guys, if you're new to my channel, and I don't know if a lot of other readers tell you this, but I think all of us read there are layers, so we can ask from one angle, as long as we've got the main question put out there. We can ask from one simple angle and get an answer, ask from another angle and get a different answer, but that, is usually complementary. And then with the Lennies, you can read them very just symbolically, because, with the tarot too, a lot of times. Like the Nine of Swords reverse taught me that, you can also fall up the steps on Air Force One. Oh, wow. So, okay. So he's been, the problem on Trump with this lawsuit, the lawsuit will, the care of the lawsuit and the weight of the letter of the law is moving forward on Trump in a big, big way. This is a huge way. The fish is all about, something that flows, and there's a lot, as big as the ocean, right? And it's all over social media, and we're seeing his abusive heart. So there's that. So his, except for, his MAGAs that are just hateful, the rest of the country is just horrified. And that is the most important thing, because that's what's coming through like gravity. The key is all about what's the most important thing in the reading. The important thing is his reputation and honor. He has no honor. So his reputation for being the most unbelievably insane person. And if I add these two cards together, this is an addict. An emotional addict. He's got an addiction to chaos, an addiction to, just having things be awful all the time. He loves stirring up crap. And he has a guilty heart. This will burden his heart. This will cause more heart problems on him. He's going to act like it's nothing, because that's what they do. They always act like they're the big guys, but, it's really just covering up a little winky problem, right? And because it's all just a measuring contest for them. But his guilt is going far and wide all over the world to see, to be, there, it's being illuminated. And yeah, the dictators like Viktor Orban and Netanyahu and Putin, yeah, they all like it. Putin's loving this, because that's what his intention was, always to take America down from the inside. That's why he groomed Taco Don for so many years. But back to the legalities of how this will work out for Trump. Well, I would have to say that he's going to try to walk back with it. He's going to use his words to try to walk back some of what he's done and act like it wasn't such a big deal. But if we all know that it's nothing but lies, and the public, that's the important thing, is the public sees all of the lies. The corners, the four corners, just to kind of frame everything in, reveals the burden within 1 to 6 months of this legal crossroads that Trump has put himself at. He's the one that set himself on this path. He made the choice to call in the National Guard, the California National Guard, when it's not his place to do. We have governors for each state for a reason. But he's always, one to interfere and be very, it's just, and maybe it's just a big distraction from something else he's doing, right? Yeah, I'll read next on what's it all about at Camp David. So, but anyway, just to finish this one up, I would say that with the crossroads, this could be, with the timing, could be, within a couple of months, where Trump's trying to take, charge of the situation, trying to take control of the situation by making this decision to do what he did, is revealing what a betrayal he is, what a danger, what an enemy he is. The Trump regime is an enemy of on the people. And it's also, the Sun card is our summertime card. This, with the 7 here with the snake, could be, by July, like all things are pointing to within a couple of weeks, something really coming out that blocks because it's complicated. He's complicating things, and he's betraying the state of California. He has no business inserting himself there. And so most of all, like if I only did the 9 box here, then it's pretty simple. Yeah, like there's the obstacle. Here's the movement, and it creates a big obstacle for Trump. So, but meanwhile, people need to be careful. I mean, protest, yes, but peacefully, please, only peacefully, and stay back. And yeah, I mean, because this guy's just he's gonna have a big old heart problem soon anyway. So, okay, I'm done. Thanks, you guys. Happy Monday. Goodness. Bye.